So the Hazbin analysis video really blew up. At least by my standards, that is. I wanted to thank everyone who watched the video and any of my other content and show my gratitude and thanks through another discussion video. You read the title, right? Right. This one seems out of the ordinary, and since no one really talks about Emily the Seraphim, most people just wrote her off as a Charlie Morningstar 2.0. However, I passionately believe that this is overlooking a lot of things. And also I even think that even though she only has a role in one episode really, I want to explain myself in a way that makes it a little bit better or easier to understand for why I hold Emily in such high regards. I want to explain myself clearly when I say that Emily is the best minor character in the whole show. Yes, that's what I said. She is a better side character than Lute, than Carmilla, than Mimsy, than Cherry Bomb, and even the head honcho Sarah. So let's begin, shall we? I've got a lot to explain. So I've always had a problem with people who just seem to hate any character that is happy and energetic. You know, characters such as Maple Pines or Pinkie Pie. And they're usually there for comic relief and to give the other characters around them joy, despite their flaws of sometimes being overbearing and a little too good at ignoring bad situations. These characters love to be silly, and they care mostly about having a good time while helping others do so themselves. I can understand why people can be put off by the abundance of happiness they have, and their antics can get annoying at times. But I've seen a lot of fans of multiple shows, multiple fandoms, go out of their way to call them shallow and irritating. Anyone is entitled to like and dislike character types, but I think it becomes a problem when people use it as an excuse to despise anything that character says and does, especially when they write them off as unimportant or lacking in depth right as they are introduced to them. This is what happened with Emily in Hazbin Hotel. Even though people liked her simply because of her design, people usually just also only had to say about her was that it's Heaven's Charlie, and they kind of leave it at that, which I think is a huge injustice to her character. She is so much more than a Charlie duplicate, and it's because of these few reasons. First of all, from an in-universe standpoint, her and Charlie are actually very different. Emily is considered to be one of the higher beings in heaven and clearly has her responsibilities. And also, we hear Sarah say that it's her job to keep the souls of heaven happy and joyous, right? And she basically is a poster child for how awesome heaven is, while Charlie doesn't have any of that kind of reputation. No one really knows or supports her ideas until the end of the season, for one, and the overlords don't respect her at all or consider her an authority figure, and regular sinners don't even seem to know who she is. The responsibility of the hotel is something that Charlie herself put on herself, along with her goals to have sinners or to save sinners in this case. While Emily clearly is looked up to and has authority, and I'd really love to see how the two of them would interact with each other beyond being in a court setting and seeing them teach each other about their experiences. Emily could teach Charlie how to be more confident in her leadership role and command respect while still being kind. and not making the awful mistakes she did while she was trying to do so with angel dust. And then Charlie could teach Emily about connecting through seeing people's hardship instead of just being a person's and happiness pill, basically. That's probably for a season 2 thing, though. Next, we have the fact that Emily's role in the story is more important than we give it credit for. Yeah, she is bubbly and social like Charlie, but she plays the opposite part in the narrative. Charlie is the underdog here in the story, while Emily, the open-minded leader who wants to take a chance on everything and enjoys the idea of showing people new opportunities. Emily's kindness comes from her desire to hear people out rather than just remain oblivious to others' perspectives. The way she jumps to defend Charlie in court isn't a rushed character arc, actually. She gets introduced as more personable and friendly than Sarah is, and welcomes Charlie with open arms, then moves on to show that she is in no way wanting to defend the exterminations of the human souls when she finds out about it. The setup and delivery happen in one episode, yes, and still leaves room for future stories with her involvement. Emily also isn't there just to talk a big game and then do nothing on Extermination Day, because she does promise that she'll figure something out with the exterminations to Charlie, but it's too early in the story for her to do anything yet other than make that promise, because literally the extermination was going to happen very soon after the court session. She's also better than Cherry Bomb because of how Cherry Bomb just throws insults around and says she's there for Angel, but she doesn't even actually try to defend him against Valentino at the club. So Emily has made a big promise and hasn't broken it yet, while Cherry has made a promise, or made a statement at least, and not followed through on it. Finally, Emily's arc is about realization of injustice, while Charlie's is about leading the fight against that injustice. So, Charlie has to step up despite her uncertainties and fears, as all that she has worked for is under attack. She has to bring people together who have lost hope for a better future. Emily, on the other hand, has to acknowledge that she has been complacent in the mistreatment of Hell's population, and losing trust in a system that she has always known. The only reason she handles it well is because of how angry it makes her and the mistreatment that goes against everything she is supposed to stand for. Not to mention it happening right under her nose, and might I say it is probably the best part of the song that she sings in that episode. Honestly, chills. I got chills when "If Hell is Forever, Then Heaven Must Be a Lie" came crashing into the song like a meteorite. If she were written poorly, she would have just stormed out to sulk in her anger, but instead, she uses her outrage in a productive way by vowing to help Charlie in the future. Also, the way she is overjoyed when Penchas shows up in heaven, that shows how she is an important enough character to actually respond to the plot events rather than just be like Velvet, who says she and the V's want to fight the angels but then does nothing on the day of the extermination, and her reactions in the background aren't even really focused on. So, in a nutshell, we've got a couple of good points for Emily and how she is actually a very big part of the narrative, even though she's a side character, and she's more than just a pretty design. She actually has so much more potential and more canonical potential, because we can theorize about how the V's, for example, are going to play a part in season 2 all we want, but we know for a fact that Emily is going to play a part in season 2 because she actually says out loud that that's what she's going to be doing. Or at least I hope that's how it plays out, because if it doesn't, then that would literally go against what they have set up so far with Emily in her dialogue, not even just hinting at possible interference from heaven or a rebellion from inside of heaven to help hell. So yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to say, but I would love to hear your guys' favorite side characters and why you think they're the best. And also, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you smash the like button, that tells me you want more of this Hazbin content. And also, you can look forward to more reactions and more videos in terms of gaming and storytelling. So yeah, I love doing these scripts actually. I've come to really enjoy writing out these notes for videos and things, and it's actually been very, very enthralling for me to hear back from you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to check out my other content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!